Hey guys, what's up? It's your favorite girl Nimi, and if you are just watching my video for the very first time, well, you know what to do: like, subscribe, and share. But most importantly, please hit that subscribe button. Alright, so very quickly I'm going to be going into today's video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about, are African parents really abusive? So a few days ago, or yeah, it's been a while, Toke Makinwa shared about, African parents being abusive, and she received a lot of backlash. And to be honest, let me start from this. Did Toke Makinwa lie? I mean, I think people reacted the way they did because it was Toke Makinwa that was saying what she said, not because what she was saying was a lie. And I saw that there were some reactions. Some people were saying that, oh, their own parents were not abusive, their own parents did not ruin their life. Wow, this is like the perfect Nigerian mentality. It did not happen to me, so surely it must not have happened to somebody else. Look, excuse me, if what Toke Makinwa said does not apply to you, then by all means move on. It is not by force for you to have an opinion on every matter. But if the shoe fits, then you can come out and say, okay, well, my parents were abusive, but I turned out fine. But then even if you turned out fine, it doesn't mean that everybody else turned out fine. I hate the fact that we are in this, and it's something that's like prevalent in our generation. It's like, okay, if somebody says something, oh, because of it is not my experience, that means it is invalid. No, your experiences are yours. Your experiences, are not general, they are personal, and people need to start realizing that. For instance, people will say, okay, Nigeria is the poverty central of the world, and then somebody will say, oh, well, because I earn millions, that means that Nigeria is not the poverty central of the world. Come on, I mean, I'm happy for you that you're a millionaire, but there are people who are suffering and are poor in this country. Just because that is not your reality does not invalidate that reality. So if you did not agree with Toke Makinwa's video, I don't think the right thing is to come and start like targeting or insulting Toke Makinwa, because the truth is what she said is the reality for so many people. There are some children that still cannot stand up to their parents today. There are so many children who are stuck in careers that ordinarily they would not have chosen because of their parents. There are so many children who can't even speak up to their parents, who can't share personal things with their parents because they are afraid of their parents. These things are true. If you had a wonderful relationship with your parents, I'm happy for you, my God. It's something to celebrate. It's something that you should be happy for. But there are other people who did not have a happy childhood, and their experiences are valid. I'm sick and tired of people trying to take away other people's experiences because that was not their own experience. What Toke Makinwa said was true. A lot of African parents are abusive, and it comes from this dynamic, especially when they're saying, okay, you must always obey your elders. And I think a lot of African parents operate with their children only don't be seen and don't be heard kind of, that's like the kind of arrangement they have with their kids, where you have parents telling their children that when adults are talking, don't talk. You don't allow your children voice out their opinions. You allow you allow elderly people get away with anything because they are elders, and you're telling the children that, okay, this person is an elderly person, so you cannot talk back to the person. It's something that affects children even while they are growing up. That's why they will not be able to speak out when they see corrupt leaders or when they see corrupt people in high places, because right from when they were younger, they were already taught, don't speak up when an elder does something wrong to you, because you're trying to respect the elder. These are some of the ways that our parents have raised us, and whether you like it or not, they have affected us. Another thing I'm going to talk about is in the part of flogging children and the punishments that that I've seen so many stories on Twitter, my God. And all of these people, they keep on saying, oh, well, I turned out fine, because I turned out fine, that means that flogging is not entirely a bad thing. Come on, please. Are you even sure that you turned out fine? Like, yeah, just saying you turned out fine. Are you very sure that you turned out fine? If a lot of people would actually see a therapist or go and do some kind of psychological analysis, they'll find out that some of the things that they grew up witnessing, some of the things that they grew up experiencing, has actually shaped their perspective in their adult life. But nobody's going to be doing that. And I think it is one of the reasons why in Nigeria we are very desensitized to violence, because we've experienced violence when we're growing up, and we've normalized it to the extent that when we see violence in our day-to-day life, we're so desensitized. It's like, and somebody died in Aba Market today, and so, oh, they beat a man to death, jungle justice, and so we are so desensitized to violence. And you think it's a normal thing? You think you turned out fine and you're desensitized to violence? No, you're not normal. You're not fine, okay? When you see something violent that happens, there's supposed to be a reaction. You're not supposed to be like, oh, this is a normal thing. No. because of correction, because of punishment, because of so many things. And I know that, okay, if it doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you. But then there are some people whose experiences with their parents when it comes to punishment has been extreme, and it is child abuse. So whether you like it or not, Toke Makinwa was saying the truth in the fact that there are some African parents that are abusive, and it's not just even some, it's in the collective, it's in the collective way that most African parents think is right to raise their children with an iron hand. There is no African parent that I've met that doesn't want to raise their child with an iron hand. But what is this iron hand, and how has this iron hand even turned out for our good? I mean, we could talk about in some areas and people will say, okay, morally, yeah, well, but then are we even morally, or is it that we are not just telling our parents? So if you are an African parent, look, learn from the experiences of people that are talking out right now. Learn from the people who are coming out to say, okay, you know what, this was what my parents did to me that I was not okay with. I didn't like the fact that my mom forced me to go to science class when I wanted to go to art class. I didn't like the fact that one night I came back home and then my mommy locked me in the shop or in somewhere. And that might not be your experience, but listen to other people's experiences and make a pact within yourself and tell yourself that I'm not going to be this kind of parent. It's very, very easy for you to say, oh well, I'm not going to be this kind of parent. But I would say this to round up. When it comes to other things in life, when it comes to investments, when it comes to our career, we love to read wide, we love to, learn more. But when it comes to parenting, somehow we've been deceived to think that, oh, this is something that just comes to us naturally. No. As with all other things, you're not going to make an investment and you're not going to properly research about it. When you're about to become a parent, research about parenting and know that there are different ways to bring up different children, because your different children are different humans and they have different personalities and characters. You cannot raise the same children the same way. Know this and know peace. Know this and raise great people in the future. There are other ways that you can raise your child without instilling fear in them. There are other ways that you can raise your child that when the child grows up, the child is not avoiding you and then you're calling, using phone to chase the child and saying, Timo, you did not check up on me. Why would Timo check up on you when Timo was a child? All you were doing was beating Timo and forcing and doing a lot of abusive stuff to Timo. So as a young person, this video is for young people. As a young person, I'll just say that learn from your parents. Learn from the things that they did that you were not okay with. Don't be all, oh, I'm going to make sure I beat my children. Please calm down. Read about these things. There are other ways to discipline your child other than physical abuse. Learn from other people's experiences. Read up about what parenting entails so that you can make a pact with yourself to be a better parent. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to be like my father and mother. No, come on. At least I turned out fine. Leave those things in 2019. At least you turned out fine. Praise God. Have you gone to go and see a therapist though? You should book an appointment with the therapist if you think you turned out okay. Leave all of this physical abuse, emotional manipulation. Let's leave all of this behind in 2019. Come on. We are going to be better parents than our parents. It doesn't mean that what Toke Makinwa was saying is not taking away, all of the sacrifices of your parents or the love that they had for you. But it is saying that some of the things that they did, some of the things that they do, could have come off as manipulative at some point. So to you who is watching, you who is a parent or is set to be a parent, what I would say is read about parenting. Learn about other people's experiences. Stop invalidating other people's experiences. That your parents were great does not mean that there were others that weren't great. And listen to your child. Treat your child like a human being that has feelings. Listen to your child. Communicate with your child. This is the way that you can raise a wholesome human being that would most likely end up not being a serial killer. You owe us that one, please. So this is where I end this YouTube video. I hope I made sense to some extent. I'm still learning how to, put my words together and make a bam video. But you know what to do, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Till next time, I remain Nimi. Bye.